This is a video by Richmond. Today we're working on a 1998 Toyota Corolla. Oops, it says Prizm. Well, that's the same car. Today what we're doing is we are removing the inner door panel on the front driver's door. Now this vehicle having crank up and down windows, the first thing we need to do is to remove the crank handle. Now there'll be a little clip underneath there. You can use different methods to do that, different tools. I got my trusty old tool here. Now, what you don't want to do is let that pin go flying. So, try to catch it. Did I get it? I got it. There it is. That's the toughest part of that job, is to not let that thing go flying. Okay, so we got our handle off. Next thing we need to do is take our little adjusting arm off the mirror. There is a Phillips head screw that holds the arm on. Okay, you gotta come off. It might be stubborn. What if we use our panel remover on that? There we go. Now once we got that out of there, we can remove this panel right here. There we go. Next thing we need to do is remove this Phillips head screw that holds on the door opening lever, and we want to push this forward a little bit, and once we do, we can remove it in this position right here. Now the next thing we need to do is take that little clip right there and move it back so we can remove the arm off this piece. I'm going to use this tool right here called a pull rod. You can use a screwdriver, but what this will enable me to do is to reach in there and pull it back. If I can get by the tripod here. Okay, there it is. Whoops, I don't know if you can see that. Move that over there. Okay, you can see that the clip is now away from the rod, and now we will lift up on the rod, get it out of the piece, just like that. Next thing we're going to do is to remove the top of the armrest here. There are 4 clips underneath here that hold that down. We use our panel remover for that job. We'll start on the front here. And then we'll work our way back. Okay. Didn't want to let go, but we got it. Now under there you will see 2 Phillips head screws, and we need to remove those. Boy, this would be good if I had one of those rechargeable screwdrivers that buzz that baby right out there. Alright, so we need to take both those out now. Now on the edge of the door you will see this Phillips head looking push pin. That's all it is. Alright. Let's get it out about there. Now we'll take our panel remover. Okay, I got it. Shoot, baby, that thing went flying out of there. So be warned about that. Wow, that looks like a Saturn push pin. I wonder where Saturn got their idea of a push pin. What do you think? Toyota Corolla? Alright, we're almost there. Now, don't let your panel remover get too far because you're going to use that again. What we need to do is get underneath the edge of the door. Pop those okay. Come on, baby. There we go. What the heck was that? Look at this thing that fell out. For the speaker, possibly? I think so. Oh, boy. These are on there, huh? You know, let's try our other panel remover here. It's a little flatter. There we go. Alright. I think we got them all. Now, let's lift up on the panel. There it is. How many pins did we break? 1, 2, 3. Oh, wait a minute. This one stayed in. We can reuse that one. This one is busted. That one's busted. A little brittle. Alright, so we need two of it. See this one right here? Stayed on the door. But over here, they busted. So we need a couple more before we put our door panel back on. Oh yeah, look at that. Little gizmo on our speaker right there. She was glued on. And we can glue it back on. We'll just leave it off. Well, if it was on there, it was on there. We'll just glue it back. So, alright. So that's all there is to removing the panel. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the panel back on and show you how to get that rod on right there. That will be the toughest part of reassembling. Alright, we got our door panel back on. No problem. Had some spare clips hanging around. Actually, I don't think I broke the clips. I think somebody else was in here before me. Alright. Let's see if we can hold this arm up. Oh yeah. Almost there. Come on. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. Now, see that little lock? Let me get a little closer so you can see it. Okay, see that right there? Get my finger out of the way. See how she's in place? Now we'll flip that piece over there. Oh, look at that. It's on there. It went pretty well. I think a little easier than the Saturn. Okay. Now let's push our piece in. Okay. Now all we have to do is put the screw back in there. Alright, let's tighten that screw up. I took a putty knife and pushed that little material back underneath there. So she's looking smooth. Wow, that wasn't a bad job, huh? Great. So that's all there is to removing the inner door panel on your Toyota Corolla / Prizm.